like a normal summer day. Well, a normal summer day for a private detective. Anyway, it started out like a normal summer day. I was eating my stale donut dipped in twice reheated coffee. I was just shutting an open and shut case when suddenly I got news from my assistant, Lenny, that a couple in a nearby house had just kicked the bucket,
Bit the dust.
wiped out,
Hopped the stick.
gave up the ghost.
Cashed in their chips.
They died. All right, Mr. Policeman. What's your name?
I'm Phil.
Phil? Phil?
Phil!
Okay, Phil, what's the scoop? And don't hide anything, I want all the facts.
Well, the man laid there, and the woman laid here. And according to my forensics team, the man died about 3 hours before the lady did. The man come in and dragged the man off, and the lady came later on, and she was killed too. Probably the same people drug her body off too. Now, there's no question about this. I think this is murder.
Murder?
Murder.
Murder!
Well, I'm glad I came. What were the name of these fine people, Phil?
Ananias and Sapphira.
Phil, I'm gonna need their last names.
Jones.
Jones?
Joe.
Jones.
Okay, Mr. Phil, you've been a big help, but I'm gonna need a few more witnesses. Go ahead, let them in. Who are you and why are you here?
I'm Naomi. I'm Nia.
Last names.
Jones. Me too.
How do you spell that?
What, Jones?
No, me too.
Me too isn't my last name.
Yes, you just said it was.
Did not.
Yes, you did.
Did not.
Did too.
Did not.
Did too. Fine, what is your name?
Jones.
Oh, that figures.
Why are you asking? We're not suspects, are we?
Ma'am, everyone is a suspect, except me.
Well, we did it.
You didn't do it.
We didn't
Why are you saying we did it?
But you knew them.
We did. We did. They cashed in their chips.
They kicked the bucket,
Bit the dust.
wiped out,
Hopped the stick.
gave up the ghost.
Cashed in their chips.
You say they died. Interesting. Okay, now what church is this?
First Christian Church. They were good members.
Yeah, they came every time the catacombs were open. In fact, they recently sold all their property and gave all of their money to the members of the church. They had come here to give their money to Peter, the leader of the church.
Who is this Peter guy?
Well, this is Peter's house, and they did come here to give him the money.
Wasn't that good of them giving the money away like that?
They were so no good. They were no
Come in.
Hello, we're the neighbors of Peter. Are you from
No, ma'am, I'm just the sworn enemy of all that is wicked and vile in this world, and I have come to search out this matter until all evil has been rectified.
No, but I'm the police. How can I help you?
Okay, because we have valuable information that might be pertinent to these deaths.
Before they kicked the bucket,
Bit the dust.
wiped out,
Hopped the stick.
and gave up the ghost
Cashed in their chips.
before they died.
Exactly. And we thought we should tell you that Ananias and Sapphira sold their home and all their land, and they only gave part of it to the church.
I always said they tended to sneakiness.
It was just a little half-truth, you know. We kind of thought it might be bearing on the case a little.
A half-truth, you say? What's a half-truth?
Well, you know, in the whole, it's half.
I never was much at fractions.
It's true. He wasn't.
Well, I guess it wasn't really that bad.
No, everybody does that kind of thing, just a little.
Now, how do you know this?
I can't speak for everybody, but I know everybody on our street has lied this week. Lydia, she even told James that she didn't put any lefting in the bread. But later on, we found out that she really did.
I think what Phil here means is, how do you know that Ananias and Sapphira only gave half their money?
You know, the walls on these first century homes are just paper thin. Everything that's going on in this world.
Do you think somebody killed him for the money, boss?
No, but maybe somebody killed them because they didn't give all their money.
What's going on here?
Who are you? Sorry to have to tell you this, but this is a crime scene. Ananias and Sapphira have
Kicked the bucket,
Bit the dust.
wiped out,
Popped the stick.
gave up the ghost.
Cashed in their chips.
They died.
I already know that. I'm Peter.
Peter,
Jones.
okay, Mr. Peter Jones, tell me what you know about this incident right now.
Well, I was there when they were killed.
Really? Did you see who did it?
No, but I know who did it. God.
Boss, your face. What is it?
Why, Lenny, it's the dashing front portion of my head from the forehead to my chin.
No, what's wrong?
Oh, what's wrong? Well, I had an epiphany.
Epiphany? What's an epiphany, boss?
I have no idea, but I do know how the killing was done. All right, everyone, picture this. Ananias came to Peter with the money that they had gotten from selling their house. And he told them that he was giving them all their money.
We're giving all, we have sold our house and given the church all.
So I heard. But Ananias, did you give all the money from the sale of your home?
Yeah, of course.
But Ananias, why have you decided to do this wickedness to God? You could have kept the money, no one made you give it, but your pride and your selfishness, you have lied to your God.
Scoot over and you die right.
3 hours later.
Oh, hello, Peter. Did Ananias give you the money from the sale?
The money? Sapphira, did you give all of your money to the church?
Well, of course we did, Peter.
Sapphira, because you have lied to God, the men who buried your husband are now here to carry you away.
She didn't die right either, Em.
You didn't die right. Your hand was a little bit out. Your knee was
That was a beautiful mental image, was it not? Gorgeous.
So, Peter, you're telling me that God struck them dead for just telling a half-truth?
No. He struck them dead for breaking his holy law.
Can you explain that a little bit better, boss?
Well, of course I can, Lenny. God's reason for bringing about the deaths of Ananias and Sapphira involved his abhorrence to sin, the hypocrisy of this couple, and the lesson for the rest of the church both then and now. It can be easy today to gloss over the holiness of God, to forget that he is righteous and pure and that he hates sin wholeheartedly, much like myself. This particular sin of hypocrisy in the church, however, was dealt with swiftly and decisively by God himself.
And God sees any sin as exceedingly sinful, gross, disgusting. And sin is not to be messed around with, not even a little sin.
You know what that means, Lenny? It means that playing with sin will eventually lead sinners to kick the bucket,
Bite the dust.
Wipe out.
Hop the stick.
Push up daisies.
Give up the ghost.
Cash in your chips. Die.
Die.